Welcome back, focused learners, to another explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a completely wild simulated preview of what could absolutely be the most anticipated matchup of the 2026 World Cup, France versus Senegal. Now, you know football, so you already know the sheer, overwhelming talent both these squads bring to the table. But to really grasp the dynamics here, we've got to look way past the names on the back of the jerseys. We're going to break down the tactics, the agonizing near misses, the goals, and the undeniable, pure drama that played out on the pitch. We're using the actual commentary and highlights from this simulated clash, so buckle up. Let's unravel exactly how this whole game unfolded.
Okay, let's dive into this. 10, right? Just the number 10. But that isn't some random piece of trivia. It's literally the foundational context for this entire matchup. Out of the Senegalese squad playing today, 10 guys were actually born in France. Crazy, right? And it goes deeper than that. 4 of those players are in the starting lineup. This instantly injects this massive layer of historical and emotional stakes into the game. Think about it. You've got players who came up through the French footballing system, guys who were probably friends or former club teammates with the opposition, now stepping out onto the biggest stage in the world to try and knock them out. It's a huge trend in modern football, but when you drop that into a high-stakes World Cup knockout match, wow. Every tackle, every pass, every look just holds so much more weight.
Act 1. A tense, scoreless first half.
So as the game kicks off under those bright lights in New York/New Jersey, what we got right out of the gate was a total tactical stalemate. Both teams are just squeezing the pitch, probing for an edge, giving absolutely nothing away. France, obviously the heavyweights, pushed hard, but Senegal was a brick wall. Now, just because it was scoreless doesn't mean it was boring. Far from it. Early on, Senegal found this massive opening. Nicholas Jackson gets sent through, lurking right over the keeper's shoulder, and he unleashes this gorgeous strike that just rattles the base of the post, inches away. As the half wore on, the French defense really had to earn their paychecks. Saliba and Upamecano were throwing down these crucial, game-saving blocks, shutting down every single lane Senegal tried to exploit. And then, literally right before the halftime whistle, chaos in the box. A hurried cross finds Sadio Mane. It pops up on him just a tiny bit, the kind where you really have to get your knee over the ball to keep it down, and he skies it. Just an awful attempt that clears the crossbar on the last kick of the half. Absolutely breathless stuff.
And this brilliantly illustrates what was really a classic tale of two halves. The guys head into the tunnel locked in this stubborn, scoreless gridlock. Honestly, aside from that Jackson shot off the post, genuinely good chances were pretty scarce. But as you'll see, this low-heat simmer was just waiting to boil over into an absolute second-half goal frenzy the minute they step back out there.
Act 2. Mbappé breaks the deadlock. You could practically feel the tension ratcheting up in the stadium. France knew they'd been pushed to the limit in that first 45, and they came out for the second half with this completely renewed, almost scary intensity. They immediately started dictating the pace, pushing their lines way up and trapping Senegal on their heels. And right away, we see the anatomy of this massive surge. First, Senegal's keeper, Mendy, is forced into this spectacular, flying block off his line to stop Michael Olise, who was trying to just dink it over him. From there, the pressure just compounds. It's wave after wave of French attacks. And then, there he is, Kylian Mbappé out wide. He turns on the jets, showing off that completely unbelievable burst of pace, getting into these intense, sliding battles with Sadio Mane of all people. You could just sense it in the air. A breakthrough is coming. Senegal's defensive walls were literally starting to crack under the sheer weight of all that French firepower.
And then, midway through the half, the dam finally breaks. The superstar shines. This time, he gets the decisive touch, and you cannot say they don't deserve it. That was the exact moment Mbappé shattered the deadlock. After all the pushing, all those near misses and beautifully timed runs, France gets their goal. And it's that undeniable superstar quality, right? That's what separates a gritty 0-0 draw from a crucial lead. Mbappé, like he always does, finds the back of the net exactly when his squad needed him most.
Act 3. Late drama and final whistle.
Now, if you thought Senegal was just going to roll over and accept defeat after going down a goal to a juggernaut like France, well, you'd be dead wrong. That opening goal didn't end the game. It kicked off this frantic, wild final stretch where the tactics got completely thrown out the window and both managers started emptying their benches. But for a moment, France looked like they'd totally killed the game off with this beautiful, fluid counter. Step 1, Adrien Rabiot forces the issue from deep, turns and threads a perfect ball through the lines. Step 2, a French substitute, a guy who had barely just stepped onto the pitch, collects it and finishes with such unbelievable touch and poise. I mean, he stroked it home with so much style it looked like a Tuesday morning training drill. Just a gorgeous goal to double the lead, which at the time seemed to absolutely guarantee the win.
But wait, Senegal strikes back. And guys, this is where the storyline of this match just comes completely full circle. Senegal claws a goal back with an absolute rocket of a strike from a player who, get this, actually played international football for France at the under-17 level. Seriously, you could not script better irony if you tried. He slots it home like it's nothing, suddenly making everyone in the stadium sit up and sweat. It's a moment that perfectly, almost poetically, highlights that deeply intertwined history we talked about earlier, sending this massive wave of hope through the Senegalese fans right at the dying moments of the match.
So the crucial point is this, when you look at how the dust settled. On the French side, you have Kylian Mbappé breaking that stubborn deadlock, and a bench substitute providing that stylish, vital insurance goal, which ultimately sealed a really hard-fought victory. On the Senegalese side, despite Jackson terrifying the defense by hitting the post early and that poetic late goal from a former France U17 player, they unfortunately walk away with a defeat. It was an incredibly chaotic end to the game, but those were absolutely your key difference makers when the final whistle blew.
But, despite the heroic, non-stop effort from Senegal, despite all that complex shared history, and despite the incredible depth of the French roster, the story of this match ultimately belongs to one guy, Kylian Mbappé. 2 words, no others really needed. He definitively stole the show. He insisted on being the headline. He is just the total gravitational center of this French team. When the stakes were at their absolute highest in the second half, he was the one who refused to be denied, broke the game wide open, and dragged his team over the finish line.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. Obviously, this was a simulation, a really fun look at what could happen. But if this highly anticipated matchup becomes a reality on the actual World Cup stage in 2026, with all that intertwined history, players crossing borders, the tactical chess matches, and the sheer explosive firepower on both sides of the pitch, who's going to write the headlines then? Is it going to be the superstar Mbappé dominating once again, or will a new hero step up for Senegal and totally shock the world? Honestly, that is exactly what makes the beautiful game so captivating. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer-focused, learners. Keep analyzing, keep questioning the game, and I'll catch you next time as we break down another fascinating matchup.